So we have the bronze pickaxe selected, and then we'll see how that works. It affects the landscape a little bit more than the wood one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and gather the copper, and then I'll jump back in and do the iron. And I don't think you want to sit here and watch me do this for 20 minutes, so I'm just going to go ahead and pause here, and we'll start again soon. Alright, so I got 30 copper. As you can see, I dug into this mountain pretty deeply. And I'm going to hit the iron now, so let me just go find a decent deposit, which I believe is right here. And once we get through the dirt and the stone, we should be into the iron. Now, I found myself coming back to this area a lot to get enough material to make bullets, either copper or iron. The gun is very helpful, so it ends up using a lot of ammo, and I thought this was the deposit that I was looking for. I haven't seen any iron yet. Plenty of limestone. I may have picked the wrong spot. Yeah, I'll try a couple more hits. If I don't get anything, then I'll switch to another spot. Alright, let me try another area here. Usually doesn't take this long to get iron. Alright, that should be it. It's not going as well as it usually does, but hey, such is life. It should be. This is iron here, for sure. Now that I'm down into it, maybe I can start picking some up. There we go. So I'm going to gather some iron blocks, and then we will go see Chen. So we'll do that in a sec. Okay, so I got enough iron. This is the hole that I dug right there. As you can see, it's a little bit deeper, and just got enough to do what he needs. But all the other games that I've had or that I've played, I actually stayed in there for a while and got a couple hundred of each of the minerals because they're just so handy. For this case, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the two quests that he had. So here's the bronze and the iron. He lets you keep them, so which is great. And then he gives you the script for the cannons, which is right here. He also gives you a couple cannons. He gives you 3. So, that's cool. You don't have to make them. And I'm still learning the script. And then he had me do a catapult as well. So that was just wood and stone, which I've already had. So we can do that. He does this thing called a monster beacon. It's exactly what it is. It brings a bunch of monsters into the area, and it's all types, and they all are aggro you. So it's not something that I really care to do. I tried it once, and it just was a nightmare. But I'll get the quest anyway, and just do it when I get a chance, because these Needham's giraffe are not in this area, and I'm not sure what these other ones are. I don't think I've met up with them yet, but I'll just take the quest, and that's fine. So we're gonna.
I'll be right there.
He's gonna stay here. We're gonna go back to the camp. He's gonna stay here. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy the. I'll buy the handgun. The handgun is 64. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and buy the script because it's half the price, and I think I have enough meat. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the copper bullets. Is there anything else that I want here? Probably not. Now that I have the gun, I really don't care about the sword, and I can't equip the shield with the gun, I don't think. Just so there's nothing else here that I really want. This stuff is just too expensive to get right now. I can get the scripts for 10 and then build them myself, but you got to get a lot of animal hide, which it's not as common as you'd think. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll learn these 2, 3. And then I'm going to head back to the camp. So now here's something else. This must be the tree. I thought it was up here further, but I think this might be the big tree that they're talking about. But I'm going to go back to the Carter camp right now. And then see what Carter says. Stop moving so I can...
What do you want?
There you go. Alright, so he has, until you finish the other part of the quest, to the big tree, he doesn't talk to you again. I don't need the stone stuff because I already got the bronze. These biscuits are cool because they give you a bunch of health back, but I'm not going to buy them. I can make, I can make that smoke stuff. There's really nothing here that I need from him. I will need these revival shots later. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to start going towards this area here. So I'm going to jump back to here and then I'll walk up there because it's faster. Slightly, not much, but it's faster. Is there anything else I want to do down here? I think that's it for now. There was a chest here that I had raided earlier. There's nothing else in it, but it was just some, like some of this here and another bed, which I don't need. But I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to, let me go over here first. And then I'm going to take a nap so I can travel during the day. It's just about 7 o'clock now. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sleep a couple renditions here. wonder if they took out the bouncy bed thing, because it jumped like up and down. And I'm just gonna do a couple more hours. Let's say 3 will probably be enough. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Eat one of those, bring my health back up, or my stamina, I should say. And we're gonna go right this way. In these missions, it doesn't show on your map that there's a waypoint there, but as all the other ones, they seem to show a little arrow on your map to see which way you go. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to see. I wanted to see if I can make the handgun. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And then we'll do the copper bullets. And we'll just make the max of those that we can. So to equip the handgun, and then we'll equip the bullets. I should probably get more copper before I do this, but I think we'll be okay. As you can see, it is an effective weapon for sure. It makes things a lot easier. Alright, so we're gonna go to the point where I can see the tree from the top of the hill, and then I'll start back up there. Here's another one of those large animals, and then those things are deadly right there, those flying things. But yeah, here's a large animal. They're actually not as difficult as you think, and there's one of those needle nose or giraffes. Anyway, so I'm going to keep going. That's the big tree down there. So we're going to head there. We're going to find the remnants of the other guy that was sent out. And we'll bring that back. We'll bring that information back. And then we're going to have to come back out here again, I believe. It's been a while since I've done it. But just lots of running around. It does get tiresome, but... These things are actually... They have an attack that knocks you down. But you can see the gun is extremely useful. And the rifle is the next one that you can get. The hitboxes on these things are kind of messed up. Sometimes you get the loot screen right away, and sometimes takes forever, and sometimes you can't even do it because these things despawn pretty quickly. So unfortunately, that sucks. Come on. Need your meat, man. You gave your life. I guess we're not going to be able to harvest it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, that was 10 meat. That was worth it. I'm just going to keep on trucking down the hill here. Yeah, a little one-hit killing. That one's a little bit bigger, so... Very handy to have this weapon. Shoot you in your ways. Those things are a fucking pain in the ass. They'll knock you down, and they usually hunt in packs, which it's good that they're not right now. I don't know if that's aggressive towards me. Yep, it is. Where the hell did he go? So, anyway, after that little... I don't know, the thing just like took off and disappeared. which is probably a good thing because he'd probably still be chasing me. So, alright, so we'll go down to this big tree. And there should be, yep, there it is right there. Yeah, I should probably tell Dr. Carter, you think? Fetch it. Yeah, okay. So, in lieu of running back to the Carter camp, I'm just checking out something here. I'm gonna see how things they continue to kill each other even when I'm not around. See, that's the pack of the animals. It's oh shit. They're not so bad one-on-one, but man, when there's a pack of them, it really is a pain in the ass. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the Carter camp. And that's my knuckles cracking. I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so we're back at the Carter camp. I'm going to go talk to Doc Carter. He does a lot of sitting around. Yeah, okay.
Where's Sly and Shannon?
Sly was not at the tree, just his backpack.
I saw and heard a large creatures coming this way on my way back. We have maybe half an hour before they get here.
Alright, so I didn't want to take this. I didn't want to do this right now, but that's okay. It's too late now. There's going to be an attack on the fort, or on this camp, so I'm going to set up.
Damn it, Doc. Hey, help me set up a defense perimeter on the camp. We must stop them from getting through. They're coming from the northwest, so focus on that direction.
Okay, so they're going to be coming from this area here. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up a few static defenses. And I don't know if I'll have enough time to do a wall. It says a half hour, but it's actually 15 minutes. Alright, so let's go ahead. We'll throw some wood there, and we'll use the dirt for the basing. Alright, so let's do 5. Go ahead and put one of those there. One of those there. One of those there. One there. And I say one here. Alright. So let's get out of that. We'll put the cannons down. Turn that to the north. There we go. And another one here. Also turn that to the north. And this one probably should be a cannon as well, because that's the main direction they come from. So we will turn that north as well. And we're going to do... Oh, I don't know what I did here. There we go. Oh, I got the sword there. I'm gonna go ahead and put this here, and we will turn that. I guess this way is okay. And then we'll put another one here. Let it go that way as well. Get the hell out of the way, Jesus. Alright, and I have a fair amount of wood. Let me just throw up a little wall here. This is just real quick, cheap defense here. I don't really care about looks. And the first time I did this mission, I actually used dirt, and one of the larger animals kind of just plowed it right over. So I'm just gonna do a little bit. Just see how the wood holds up anyway. I guess that's good enough for there. And I'm just going to put another wall here. It'd probably be better to make it out of stone, of course, but I'm not... it's not like a huge fight that happens. There's a bunch of animals that come, but they're not super deadly. It doesn't appear to be anyway. Now I'm just going to make a little stand right there. Make it a little bit bigger here so I can walk right up it. Alright. So I'll probably just stand up here and use my gun. I don't have a lot of bullets left though, so... Unfortunately, I should have gotten more copper. And the first time I did this, I actually talked to the doctor. It was nighttime, so I couldn't see a damn thing when these things were attacking, but it seemed like they were coming from this area here. And in about 10 minutes we'll find out. Maybe I can just throw some more walls together while I'm waiting. Wood is super easy to get, so I'm not really worried about it's actually harder to get stone. Limestone's pretty common though. You can pretty much anywhere you see a rock face is where limestone is. Let's, I don't want to block that turret, so maybe I can just kind of close it in a little bit here. You can actually undo by hitting Shift Z. Alright. Now, Gertie actually had scripts for the doors and gates and stuff, which at the time I didn't get. In retrospect, I could have done that and made this actually a permanent fort. But that's okay, it's not a big deal, because we don't stay here long anyway. There is there's a couple other camps that you go and visit, and they ask you to pull the survivors together and build a camp. Unfortunately, I'm not sure whether the camp is at the place of your choice or in the area that you're running the mission. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I guess time will tell. And you don't need the walls to complete this quest, because after this happens, that's when the doctor tells you he wants you to build some walls. So he actually sends you to mine stone and I think wood. I can't remember now, but then set up a defense around the area, which it doesn't matter, but. I'm just gonna put another arrow turret. Oh shit, I ran out of wood. Good thing it's right here. I'll just take another tree down here. So that should be enough. Just in case something comes around the corner here, we can have a turret at least ready to slow them down. Go ahead and place that. And I'll turn it, I guess. Alright. And now we play the waiting game. So I'm going to just go ahead and say that that's fine. I'll just turn this one actually. Oops. You know what? I'm going to move this up a little bit. I'll use the dirt. And I'll just close this off a little bit better. And I'm using dirt just because I don't feel like cutting down another tree. We're going to go ahead and just put this right here. I'm going to go 2 blocks. I'm trying to go 2 blocks. There it is. And I fell down, of course. So now we'll go back up here, my little ramp. And we're going to put this down. And that's fine. I can aim that way. And I'm going to turn this one to the north, in case anything comes down this way. Actually, I'll put 2 more turrets anyway, arrow turrets. Oops. We'll have them face that way, it's fine. Alright, so as you can see, our defenses are, we have some cannons. There's 3, there's 1 on this side here, there's 2 here. We have arrow turrets, there's also 1 back here, and then we have another arrow turret there. And we have some rather basic walls. I don't think you can, well, maybe you can jump up, but I don't think the animals jump, so it's probably a good thing. I think we'll be okay. Actually, you know what? I want to lift this one up a little bit, so let me get this. And I'll just make it a little bit taller here. That way it doesn't interfere with the other turret, hopefully. And I hope they have an elevation on the cannon that I can fire down at that angle. Okay, that should be the right way. Yep. Alright. So, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the mission to start. I'm gonna make this actually a little bit wider here, so I can kind of walk out onto it. Alright. And we should be good, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it run through.